Hello, I am Nana from the Content Creators team for Business Academy.
Hi, I'm Lilith from the Business Academy Content Creator team, and today we're going to talk about a little guide for how to do an interview.
Some topics we're going to be going over is beforehand, how to prepare, during what to do and what to not do during the interview, afterwards what to do after the interview, and then the final tips to combat nervousness.
We have a little cartoon here to show what might happen if you don't prepare for your interview. Ted here did not, and it seems to have left a bad impression on his interviewers. So we're going to show you how to prepare for your interview and how to do it well so that you always leave a great impression and put your best foot forward.
So beforehand, you need to do your homework and research the company and your position so you can have a clear idea of what the questions might be. And then so you're going to prepare for the questions that the interview might potentially ask, and then review responses that you can potentially answer with. Prepare an answer for the questions that you are most worried about so you can really strengthen your response. And then some to dos before the interview is practice speaking with yourself in the mirror. Leave the house 10 to 15 minutes before so you can avoid traffic and being late to the interview. Plan what you're wearing the day before so you won't be confused and waste time on the day. And then practice your communication skills with a family member, which will help you be confident and have a clear idea of how to speak really clearly.
So, a look into what to do during the interview. Make sure you're highlighting any abilities you've gained from past experiences, such as work experience, anything at school, whether it was club involvement, AP classes, as well as achievements and awards you've earned. And make sure that you're adding to the conversation other than just responding to questions, because at the end of the day, an interview is still just a conversation that you're having. So you could even ask your interviewer a question if that's something that you researched around the position and thought, oh, I want to find out a little bit more about this. So you can definitely ask your interviewer any questions you may have. Make sure you thank your interviewer as well and get their contact information. Some important things to do during the interview are to make sure that you have dressed professionally, to maintain eye contact, speak with a steady voice as much as possible, and be an active listener. Try and sit up straight and avoid slouching. Don't use slang words or like or too often, and try as hard as you can to not speak over the interviewer.
Types of interview questions. So we have behavioral interview questions in which the interview asks these type of questions to see how well you problem solve. So for teamwork, they might ask and test how well you work with different group dynamics. And then for customer service, they are testing your experience in working with people who buy the company's products or services. So when they ask you to talk about yourself, just stick to academic, extracurriculars, and work experience. Do not talk about your personal life and personal hobbies. Just talk about school-wise and academic work. So some sample questions are listed above, and when the interview is done asking these questions, you may ask what hesitations they might have about you. So this is your chance to say, I do have experience and skill. Let me explain. So this is to prove yourself that you're worthy enough and that they should not hesitate to hire you.
So definitely some things to do afterwards is to send a formal letter of thanks to your interviewer. Whether that's through the mail or email, it doesn't matter as long as you're making sure that you send that in within 24 hours of the interview. And if you haven't heard back within a week, you could still follow up with a phone call or email, and that's definitely to show that your interviewer that you're interested in their response. Looking forward to hearing from you is another way to demonstrate that. And you can also take a look at the little example we have here of a formal letter of thanks that you can use as a guide.
Some final tips we suggest are taking a few deep breaths before going in. This will help you calm down and relax. And tell yourself your nervousness is excitement. Do not overthink this. Remind yourself this is simply a conversation, so you should go there with a positive attitude and smile.
If you find yourself being nervous during the interview, try and use the stop method in order to combat it. So here's 4 steps to take. You have to stop what you're doing and focus on your thoughts. Take a few deep breaths and then observe what's going on in your body, your emotions, and mind, and find the reason why you're feeling them. Then you have to proceed with an intention to incorporate what you observed in your actions. For example, if you find yourself being nervous during the interview, you can say, I'm going to remember when I notice the butterflies in my stomach that I'm excited to be taking steps towards a new opportunity. This way, you can get rid of the nerves and the butterflies in your stomach and be left feeling even more confident during your interview.
That is all. Thank you.
Be sure to check out our videos on how to dress for an interview and how to prepare a cover letter and resume, and hope that these tips will help you for your next interview prep.